Christmas in October. Country's presidents declared that holiday festivities are to begin now. The Christmas season has already begun in the country of Venezuela. Yep, the nation's authoritarian president announced that this year the country would observe Christmas in October. He did this to take people's focus off on the protesters that are demonstrating across the nation over the recent elections. But for traditionalists who live in Venezuela, this means that their Christmas season will be almost 3 months long. Which brings me to the subject of today's nugget, extending good seasons. And I'll be right back with our coaching segment.
Hold me, never let me go until you've told me what I want to know, and then just hold me, make me tell you I'm in love with you.
Extending good seasons. Years ago, in the first week of October, I was scheduled to speak at a conference in Trinidad. When I landed in the capital city, my driver Winston met me at the airport. And as I got into his car, I noticed something unusual. Emanating from the vehicle speakers was Christmas music. I turned to Winston and I said, "This is the beginning of October. Why are you playing Christmas music?" He smiled and replied and said, "Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Therefore, I decided to extend the season." I've got to be honest. At first, I thought that what he was doing was a little eccentric. But after some deeper reflection, I realized this young man had discovered a secret to happiness. You've probably heard me share about a dinner that I had some time ago with General Norman Schwarzkopf. As you recall, Schwarzkopf was the commander of the coalition forces in the Gulf War against Iraq. At the time, he'd retired and became a motivational speaker. And as we were visiting, I asked him, how is he handling the transition from the military regiment to civilian life? He replied, how much he loved his time in the Army. However, he was doing fine because he gained an awareness that life is a collection of seasons. He said it's a series of endings and beginnings. What he shared about life being a series of beginnings and endings, I cannot tell you the profound impact that has had on my life. And this was particularly true when I had to deal with the deaths of 2 incredible wives. But in addition, as I began viewing life as a collection of seasons, I developed another life strategy. I began to consciously work at shortening the length of my negative seasons and experiences and increasing my positive ones. For instance, like Winston, I also enjoy the Christmas season with this uplifting music and the gatherings of friends. Don't worry, I won't be playing Christmas music in October. But I will tell you this, before mid-November, my holiday decorations will appear in my home. Sharon also had this extending good season mindset as it related to trips. Many times we were in a location where she was just enjoying herself, and she would ask, "Can't we extend our stay? I want the season to go longer." Conversely, you recall that in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus got upset with his disciples because they fell asleep and did not extend their season time of prayer. So in conclusion, I would remind you, you have the power to decide what to do with your time. So I would ask you, are there times or occasions or places that bring you joy and happiness? And if so, why not determine now that you're going to extend those good seasons? God bless you and Merry Christmas.